over to Leichhardt Studios in Leichhardt. First day of week 2, recording my record, which I've just named, and I've decided to call it Hello. Being back at Leichhardt is really special for me. I made my first full-length record here, and I just really like the space, and I don't know what kind of gear they all have, but it seems good to me. And they've got all old stuff and vintage stuff, and if you put vintage in front of anything with me, I usually buy it or go for that.
I'm Matt Fell, producer here at Leichhardt Studios and producer of Sarah Humphreys' new album. I first became aware of Sarah a few years ago. She did her first record here at Leichhardt Studios with Michael Carpenter. And it was a brilliant record. I really loved it. And I've been a fan of hers ever since.
Matt and I have wanted to work together for years, I think, and the timing wasn't right, and now the time is right.
Last year Sarah got in touch with me and she wanted to play me some of her new songs and see if I'd be interested in working with her, which wasn't a particularly hard decision. Straight away the first song she played me I just thought was absolutely fantastic, and I was really, really excited about the idea of making a record with Sarah, and here we are, and it's been a real pleasure. I've really loved it. Great.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. For this record, I had a bit of a rule, and it was to think really hard about what I would normally do and then not do that. And that's actually been a really great thing to have in my mind, because it was really important to me not only that I made a different kind of record for Sarah, but also a different kind of record for myself.
It's so different for a whole number of reasons. The first being I have a record company, which is ABC Music, supporting me. The second being I'm now a mum, and I have to fit it in between the time that I have with Jude, and I will be bringing him in. He'll be helping us mix the album. He is also a genius, so I think he'll be helpful. No, I just, if there's any part of this recording that I can have him with me, I will. So when I have a guitar in my hand, or I'm singing in a vocal booth and he wants to talk, then I can't really be holding him then. But if we're mixing, then I can hang out with him and have him in the studio with me. So I guess it's all about knowing what he can handle as a 2.5-year-old and what he can't handle.
One thing that I particularly enjoyed on making this record was we did it in 2 weeks. We did the first week at Music Cellar Studios, which is Rod and Jeff McCormick's studio on the Central Coast. And that was really great for me. I really loved getting out of my comfort zone. And then that's been balanced really nicely with the second week being in here at my studio, where I've got all my toys around and they've been at my disposal, and it's been a really good combination. I really enjoyed having those two different spaces, and I think it's definitely added a different flavour to the record. Every studio sounds different, and feels different, and it does reflect in the music.
And we've got a couple of days left of finishing off bits and pieces, and then my work in the studio is done, and it's really unbelievable that after only 2 weeks we'll have a record available for people to listen to. So I'm really grateful, and I'm very proud that I've been able to keep doing this.
It was interesting when Sarah sent me all the demos for these songs. I think for the first time ever for me, I liked every single song she sent me. I thought they were all really great. So the selection process was really hard because they were kind of all my favourites in a way.
I like them all. I really like them all. There's nothing in there that I regret putting on. They're all perfect. Absolutely perfect for the record. And they're all different, but I think they all go together. Okay, my personal favourite is probably a song called Boy Wonder, which is about my son Jude, and it's about our little universe that we live in together. The first time I played it to him, he asked me to stop playing it, which is usually what he does when I decide to play him a song of mine. But he's slowly warming to it.
I think it would have to be Will You, Won't You, which I really love because it really is a pop song in its pure sense. It's really catchy and memorable and hooky. But one of the main reasons I really like it is because we've done it in a way that's not too predictable, and it's interesting, and it's not just by the numbers.
It's a story, I guess, about that young and innocent feeling of love towards someone, and you're not quite sure what it means yet, but you think the world of them. And I think that it's a song that speaks immediately to people, because I really think everyone's been in the situation where they don't know what's going to happen with a person that they are interested in. And I think it just speaks of really pure, innocent love that is just right at the beginning. And I think it captured that pretty well.
These days, so will you, or won't you? Will you, will you, will you?
bass.
I was sitting on a bank of
And I'd actually have to say the same thing for Like a House Needs a Door. I think that also is a really catchy song. Very memorable. I couldn't get it out of my head for weeks after I heard it. So, and again, I like the approach that we've taken with it, because we've done something a little unique, hopefully. Something quite different to it.
I need you like a fire needs air, like a house needs a door, like a boy needs a girl, like a sea needs a shore, like a boat needs an oar, like a lion needs a mane, like a child needs a name, like a bird needs a tree, like you need me.
Well, this is one that my producer, Matt Fell, it was on the list. If we didn't put it on the record, he would quit. And I don't know if he was serious or not. I don't think he was. But I really like him and I really didn't want him to quit. So I guess other people's ears hear different things to you. So I thought it was a really cool song. But I only hear songs usually acoustically, and he heard more.
Like a house needs a door, like a boy